Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for being here today. I apologize for my voice. Like, I am severely under the weather, as you call it, or I don't know. I think I might have COVID or something, but I honestly don't care. You know, my lips are all like chapped, like looks like I'm wearing lipstick. It's so amazingly cold here in Colorado right now. We're going through this, I guess the entire US is going through this like winter storm, and it's just insanely, I like when right now I went out and took Marley for a walk. Literally my nose hairs were freezing instantly, and poor dog, I had to carry him back because he couldn't walk anymore. So it's just bad. So yeah, so I wanted to get these videos done because it's been already 5 days. I've been sick like 4 days, so I'll make him. I feel better, so don't feel bad that I'm doing these in the state I am in. I'm rested. I mean, yes, I'm a little bit, you know, I sound pretty bad, but I feel okay, right? And even if I have COVID, I mean, I've had it before, and then last time when Alexia got it, she had it like 3 weeks and I never got it. So it's like, I don't know, I might be immune. I don't really care. And I've had like worse things in my life. I had dengue twice, and I had typhoid fever, and I survived. That's like 50 times deadlier than COVID. So yeah, I'm pretty much like, I'm good. So I wanted to thank Jay for this marathon, for sponsoring this marathon, for having the idea. This is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be it's a pretty short marathon, but we've decided we're going to add some extra songs. Usually it's only 5 songs, guys, but in this case the marathon was ending at 14 minutes, and I was like, hey, you know, if you throw some Warner in there, you know, we can do a couple of more songs. So that's what we did. I usually don't do this. Please don't send me lists of like 7 songs, because I won't do them. It's just I told Jay, you know, after the 5th song it gets kind of blurry. It's like too much. But in this case, like, there was nothing else we could do, like, because it is just a musical style. I might come up with a marathon for songs of the 50s, where basically every song is 2 minutes, and then I might even do more. But for now, you know, the rules are the same. This is just you know, a how would I say, yeah, it's one of those instances where I'm gonna you know, say, okay, let's do it, because there's no other way to do it. Okay, so here's the list. So I'm gonna go through the list because today I am a little bit sick, so I'm just gonna read the titles, and then we're gonna go through some things that Jay wrote to me, like explaining the marathon. So we're gonna do the we're gonna start it off with Pretty Ballerina by the Left Bank. Banke, I don't know. Walk Away Renee, Pretty Ballerina is the album, and this is from 67. All right. Then we're gonna do from the band Sagittarius, we're gonna do My World Fell Down. This is from Present Tense, 19. Does it say? It doesn't say the year. Okay, that's weird. Then we're gonna do from Spanky and Our Gang, Sunday Will Never Be the Same. Then we're gonna do from the Merry-Go-Round, You're a Very Lonely Woman, from the Merry-Go-Round, 1967. And then we're gonna do from Gene Clark and the Gosden Brothers, we're gonna do Echoes. That is from Gene Clark, 1967. So all these songs are from like 67. Van Dyke Parks, Public Domain, Song Cycle, 67. So that's the theme. And then we're gonna do the song And More. Oh my god. And More Again. I guess it's just one word, from Love. And this is Forever Changes from 1967. All right, cool. Okay, so here, that's the list. And then now, let's see what Jay, he did write to me here about this. This is called Baroque Pop and Rock Marathon. And it says here, well, you know, he was greeting me, and so I'm not going to read all the personal stuff, but here, so this style was basically a fusion and reality, more like pop rock with some classical elements added. I'm going to love this. Of pop rock and classical music. The time was, of course, that magic period of mainly 1967, the most important and influential year of the decade. There is some overlap with the psychedelic period, which drew on some types of classical instrumentation as well. Certainly there are later examples of this style, but it had worn out its welcome by the early 70s. So I guess like Renaissance and bands like that, you know, what I'm used to a little bit, you know. There are many British examples of this style, including most prominently the Beatles, the Moody Blues, yes, like Day of Future Past, and the Zombies, among many others. This marathon features all American artists, beginning with Left Banke, for whom his music style term was originally coined. The first track is a beautiful song of theirs called Pretty Ballerina, released in 66. The rest of the tracks here are from 67. And so it goes on. This is obviously like from me, but I wanted to give a little, you know, introduction to this marathon. All right, so I'm all in for it. I'm wearing these reading glasses, are giving me a headache. These my original glasses are in the bedroom, so I just found these laying here. So all right, so here we go. Sorry for the long intro. I can, you know, put a little mark at the beginning of the video, but yeah, I wanted to talk about, of course, also why I sound like this and all this stuff. So here we go with Pretty Ballerina, and you guys have some fun. It's only going to be 20 minutes of music, but it's going to be a little bit more songs than usual. Here we go. Very cool. I know, yeah, I understand what they're doing. This is what I've heard in, like in Renaissance, Iron Butterfly. But it has that. It's not so flower powery, you know, than I expected. But yeah, like you said, this is a different style. This is more pop and I can do all the bass right now. I can do like the trailer guy right now. I've been bugging my friends with, "Are you ready? This summer, he is back." Keanu Reeves. I've been doing that on the phone. Like I just sent people like messages and they're like, "Who's that? Like, what was that?" "Oh, that's me, you know, just being the trailer guy." "Arnold Schwarzenegger." "Total Recall." Yesterday I did it like Jean-Claude Van Damme is back. And it's like, what did I say? Cyborg. Stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm having fun with my voice. Okay, so this next one is Sagittarius. My world fell down. Well, the good thing is I already went through the title, so we're just gonna go, you know, a little quicker. I do need some coffee. I don't know if I should pause. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, and then I'm gonna get some coffee. Let's continue. But yeah, beautiful. I mean, the phrasing and the melody was beautiful because he was singing what the piano was playing, like kind of like harmonizing with the instruments. Very beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Just like a breath of spring, you came my way. I heard a bluebird sing, but not today.
Yes, very Beatlesque here. Like, I mean, it's almost like they saw it worked. Let's do it. Let's try something similar, you know. But also the Beach Boys. Like, I've been listening to some Beach Boys, and they also have that style. A little bit, just this particular, like almost a call and response, you know. Yes, that reminded me more like we did Sergeant Pepper recently on Patreon. Unfortunately, we can't do it on YouTube. It gets blocked immediately. And so if you want to listen to those, if you want to see us, Alexia and myself, react to Sergeant Pepper and also Magical Mystery Tour, we also did I think, oh my god, what is it called? We have done 4 albums so far on Patreon. Yeah, we haven't done so Revolver, we did Revolver, and we did one of the first ones, Hard Day's Night. So yeah, Rubber Soul I know is a big one that many people want to. Abbey Road, Let It Be, you know, there's a lot that's still missing. Yellow Submarine, like very, very key albums, you know. But now at least we're more familiar. I knew, like, you know, 10, 12 songs just by default, you know, but I never had really listened to the Beatles, you know, like really listen. No. So yeah, it's like they were definitely inspirational for everyone. Okay, so next one, Sunday Will Never Be the Same. This last one here was beautiful. The cello, the violin, the harp, the harmonies the harmonies that were doing, the way they were they were not harmonizing, but the way people were singing in different octaves, and really, really cool, like very hard to do. So, oh my god, I'm super excited. Really quick, maybe I should do this in another video, but I'm just gonna mention it because maybe people will watch this. But I download this awesome app that basically counts what you're doing when you're learning a new skill. And first I wanted to maybe do another language, but then I said, hey, I think I'm good. And then I was like, well, I should maybe learn another instrument. And then I said, nah, I'm just gonna stick to the guitar, but I'm gonna do you know, this 10,000 hour challenge. So that's what I'm doing already, and I already have about 80 hours since I started. But it's just jazz. It's no rock, no blues. It's just jazz, and it's theory, and it's only, yeah, it's more like jazz fusion actually. So I'm very excited about that. So I just wanted to share. If you plan on doing something like this, there's an app literally called 10,000 hours. And if whether it's, you know, learning a language or learning how to paint or whatever, you know, like writing, or you can time yourself, you know. And there's a free version that's pretty bare bones. But there is then also like a fancy version for like $5, and it gives you like achievements and little, like, you know, congratulations and stuff. I don't need that, you know, to be inspired. But yeah, just wanted to share that real quick. Okay, so let's do Sunday Will Never Be the Same by Sparky and the Gang, Spanky and our gang. Also, since I'm like a little bit under the weather, obviously everything is very blurry, so I'm sorry. Okay, so I forgot to read what Jay had provided me with, so I am sorry about that. Because it says here, so he's basically talking about the songs, and since I already gave my opinion, I just wanted to also like mention Jay's. It says the second track is from a studio project called Sagittarius by Beach Boys, Birds, and Simon and Garfunkel producer extraordinaire Gary Usher. So that's you. I don't know, maybe that's why I mentioned the Beach Boys, who also produced the last track here, by Gene Clark. Interestingly, the lead vocals was sung by none other than Glenn Campbell with backup from the future Beach Boy Bruce Johnston. So here you go. So now this one here, we're not done, but I just wanted to do, you know, Jay also his input. For the third track by Sparky and Our Gang, the opening chords are loosely based on the French Christmas carol Los, is it Les Angeles or Los Angeles? Les Angeles? Les Angeles dans nos campagnes. And so has, it has, yeah, I was going to say that it has a nice holiday feel, as well as being cited as an early example of the genre. It does sound like a Christmas carol. It has that, yeah, totally. Let's keep going.
Away to find nobody waiting for me. Sunday's just another day. Sunday will never be the same. I've lost my Sunday song. Will not be back again. Sunny afternoons that make me feel so warm inside have turned as cold and gray as ashes as I feel the embers die. No longer can I walk these paths, for they have changed. I must be on, the sun is gone, and I think it's gonna rain. Sunday will never be the same. I lost my Sunday song, will not be back again. I remember children feeding flocks of pigeons. I remember sunshine and you were mine. Sunday will never be the same. I've lost my Sunday song, will not be back again. Sunday will never be the same. Sunday will never be the same. Sunday will never be the same.
Yeah, it does have this Christmas, like, you know, that scale, and, you know, the instruments being used, the clock, like the, I don't know, it just has that winter wonderland feel to it that Hollywood uses as well. And it's just like, it is in the, that's the DNA for the Christmas song. You know, it has this bright and colorful and happy sounding, like, elements to it, you know, the major scale, and everything is happy, and dum 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 dum, the bass, and it's just like, yeah, it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds very good, very, very happy. That's what it, and I guess happy and Christmas obviously goes hand in hand. So, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure there must have been one song that made the foundation for everything, you know, like, I mean, there's also some very sad songs for Christmas, like Heilige Nacht, like Holy Night, is not very a happy tune. It's not very happy, but it's very pretty, you know. So okay, so I'm gonna take a little, I'm just gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back and I got some coffee and I already told you guys about this, but I mean in one video, you know, some videos only get like 100 views, some get 10,000 views, so but I'm so happy because Alexia gave me this automatic kind of like it's like a platform and you put your cup on there and because of the weight of the cup it turns on and it heats your coffee. And then once you go like this, you can actually hear the click. Once you go like this, then it turns off. And once you put it back on, did you hear click? It heats up the cup again. And it's not like insane. Like you can't, I mean, yes, you could burn yourself if there's a very tiny amount of coffee in there and it's just like, shh, you know, but usually I don't heat it up when I get to like this. Okay, let's continue now. There's a little bit of information here again by Jay. This is next up is a beautiful orchestrated track by the Merry Go Round, a short-lived but great band led by Emmett Rhodes. You have reacted to another track from this album not so long ago. Okay. Let's see if I remember the cover. I don't. That's insane. Well, you know, let's go. Let's hear it, and let's see what happens. Here we go.
You're a very lovely woman, but I think I better turn you down this time. 'Cause you've used all of your charms on me and I kinda miss the things I left behind. Girl loves me, is thinking of me, oh my friends, but you're a lovely woman. Lovely woman. And now you ask me to forget the things that took me long to get and find. Go away with you again and follow you in sin and drink your wine. Made my mind up, will not wind up life in sin, but you're a lovely woman. A very lovely woman. A very lovely woman. And even though you're lovely, your world is ugly, so come back no more. For all that you have to offer is not enough to ruin my life. You're a very lovely woman, very lovely, yes you are. And even though you're lovely, your world is ugly, so come back no more. For all that you have to offer is not enough to ruin my life. You're a very lovely woman, but I think I better turn you down this time. 'Cause you've used all of your charms on me and I kinda miss the things I left behind. Girl who loves me is thinking of me, oh my friends, but you're a lovely woman. A very lovely woman. Lovely woman. A very lovely woman. Lovely woman. A very lovely woman. Lovely woman. A very lovely woman.
So cool. It's always, I always love to, you know, experience new music of this specific time, like the 60s and the 50s and the 60s, obviously the 70s, But because my mom, like, she was literally in her 20s, and she still has an amazing musical like love, and she just has such a good taste, and she always played me the best, what we had, what we had available. In Germany we had a lot of music, but I was so small, but in Mexico, she would always like, oh, buy this, and when we go to a record store, she would recommend me good stuff. So, but yeah, it's nice to hear what she was listening to as, very young. She was born in 46. So yeah. Okay, so Echoes is next. Let's see what Jay has to say about Echoes. The last track is by Gene Clark, formerly of the Byrds, and one of the lead singers and main and best songwriters. He left that band for various reasons in 1966 and stuck out on his own, which was a big loss for the Byrds at the time. Gene was and is an underrated talent who recorded some wonderful folk and country rock albums, and here a beautiful slice of baroque and roll produced by the aforementioned Gary Usher. All right. And then the last two songs, there's no description. We just listen to those. Those are the last two songs are literally to keep this marathon up, right? Because it would get blocked. It's because unfortunately, Universal blocks everything now. It's like they're merciless. Maybe one day they'll get the memo, but for now they haven't. So here it goes, Echoes. Okay. Spotify crashed again. But at least the list stays up. It's already preloaded. And also, Jay, I wanted to thank you all, of course, for all the information, but also for sending me literally the list already ready. Like, I didn't have to look up the songs. I didn't have to type in anything. That gives me so much time, because even if you guys send me 5 songs, I have to look them up, put them in the system, make sure that the right ones. It takes a lot of time. Trust me, it takes about 20 minutes. So thank you for doing that for me. That would be so cool if that would be like a requirement of the marathons, but I know a lot of you guys don't have Spotify. It is free though, and it's very easy to create playlists and send them by email, but well, maybe in the future. Here goes Echoes.
On the streets you look again at the places you have been, for the moments that you thought, where am I going? Though the walls are like the dead, they reflect the things you said, and the echoes in your head continue showing. Hear the castles you can build out of dreams you have fulfilled. Won't keep out all of the ill wind that is blowing. And you look still for a trace of an opening in a place where you find the life that you were used to knowing. You can walk out in the night and be sure that it's alright to exaggerate the world that's only been. You can watch Regina dance through the crystal panes of glass, yet you know that there's so much that she's not seeing. Still you'll hold one precious thought After all this time you've sought that she might be just protecting what she longs for. And her eyes are veiled with black, 'cause she plays, she can't look back at the love she wanted so, but says is no more. Lights go on, commence the code, as your senses will be sold to the parrot watchers, mimicking no reasons to pretend that what they are from the fact completely far, while the truth may be betrayal, lies, and treason. Build their towers in the sand on the roads of their command, while the kingdom is the innocence they're stealing, and infection easily spreads through the searching, twisted heads as they team up to tear down each other's feeling.
Very nice. Obviously, he had a little bit more time just wrap it up. I like fade outs, but only with like very long songs. With these songs from the 60s, I always feel like, oh man, you know, it was barely getting like very good, and now it's over. And I know it was just the way it was, you know. This reminded me very much of like Neil Diamond, like very Neil Diamond, and the delivery, like the voice, I think, and the delivery reminded me a little bit, you know, of Bob Dylan for some reason, but you know, I'm just tripping, I guess. Okay, so these next songs are Warner Brothers songs. We're gonna do Public Domain by Van Dyke Parks. Here we go. (1967).
Wrote the old time songs, Bible belts worn from here, and after all we're born in the know.
Wow.
So rally round a quiet Jim Crow, for I thought I'd like to show they can recall the animal way down in old Mexico.
That's insane. That sounds literally like folklore, like Latin American folklore, like from, you know, Chile and Uruguay, and that's the music they play over there. Like literally, that sounds like, you know, El Condor Pasa, that kind of stuff. Really cool. was kind of like sad that it just stopped, you know, like that. I'm sure it went into something bigger, but that arrangement there, that sounded like pure like Hollywood, you know. Especially animated features would have amazing music because there was so much to add, you know, to maybe there was like this, you know, like a pan, when they would pan into a frame and then you would see maybe some sort of castle or just, you know, just far away. And then just to make it all work for that, I'm talking about the old Disney music, you know, old Disney movies before all this animated crap, and now they're remaking them all live action. I'm so annoyed by that. Like, why would you like mess with perfection? No, I'm talking about the originals from like the 40s and 50s and 60s, 70s. Those Disney movies are, oh my god, so beautiful. And just the music they add in those movies is so well orchestrated, and reminded me a lot of this here. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Okay, we have our last tune. This is called Love, and Morgan. That's the band. So I'm let's listen to it. Let's just, it did kind of start there for a second. Let's go.
And if you see and more again, then you will know and more again, for you can see you in her.
Okay. That's how you know that I'm still like under, like, I don't know, like the COVID spell or whatever. This is the band Love, and More Again is the song. So it's, I got that mixed up. Okay, here we go.
Eyes, then you feel your heart beating, rum pum pum pum. And when you've given all you had, and everything still turns out bad, and all your secrets are your own, then you feel your heart beating, rum bum bum bum. And I'm wrapped in my armor, but my things are material. And I'm lost in confusions, 'cause my things are material. And you don't know how much I love you. Oh, oh, oh. And if you see and more again, then you might be and more again, or you just wish and you are here. Then you feel your heart beating, rum bum bum bum. And I'm wrapped in my armor, but my things are material. And I'm lost in confusions, 'cause my things are material. And you don't know how much I love you. Oh, oh, oh.
Very good. Beautiful. This entire style is really wonderful. It's like and I already know, well, it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm going to use as a title for this, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to love this because it's just, these bands are all so beautiful and wonderfully performed, and everything sounds so crisp, and even before the 70s, you know, so really cool to know, you know. So I had like I always thought that older music didn't sound as good. I don't know, I had like misconception, like the recording, the quality, not the performance, but it does, it sounds just as good as today. So yeah, so this was super fun. Thank you so much, Jeff. I'm so sorry for my voice, for my, you know, I'm a little bit groggy and stuff, you know. I apologize. I'm not as high energy, but I had to do these I had to make the video because I'm not gonna have any time to do the video. Like, it's already been 4 days, and the next 4 days I'm like, I can't do anything, so I needed to do it today. So there's some other video that I have to do today, and I will. So I'm sorry about the quality of just me, you know, but I hope I wasn't like boring or anything. I do apologize for my voice and all that, but I hope it was still interesting. Thank you so much. For me, it was definitely great. Beautiful music, beautiful, just the foundation for a lot what came after, you know, which is wonderful. It's always nice to see what influenced all the bands that now influencing the bands that I listen to, you know. So it's like all these generations of musicians, you know, doing their work, and I mostly listen to, you know, I do listen to newer stuff, but it's all underground. It's all like stems off, I kind of like the 90s and 2000s, and all these bands are influenced, of course, by the 70s and by jazz and by all the Beatles and Emerson, Lake and Palmer and Pink Floyd, and all those bands influenced the bands that I listen to, you know, who are influencing me. So it's so cool to go back, way back, and listen to what actually like started the whole genre. You know, I love neoclassical music. I love classical music. I love the mixture of rock and classical music, like Deep Purple and Yngwie Malmsteen in the 80s, you know, in the 70s. And so this is great. Thank you so much, Jeff, for sending me this request. I do appreciate it very, very much. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you do like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel. I know a lot of people are asking for Alexia. Remember, you can always go to the channel and look up. If you watch this on your TV, then you can't really do it. You have to go to YouTube on the computer or on your phone, and then click on the videos, and you will see all the videos where Alexia appears in. She is pretty much in every like second or third video. She always appears again and again, but she just doesn't appear in every video. So that's why a lot of people, maybe they miss those, and then they're like, where's Alexia? Like, is she like still like doing the show? And yes, she is. And all the full albums, we have about 40 full albums on Patreon, full length albums where we only do them together. We never do them apart. So if you want to check out those as well, Patreon is another way of like watching just the whole album, you know, the Beatles, and we've done Pink Floyd, we've done The Doors, we've done Talking Heads. Oh my god, so many. I lost count. But yeah, check us out on Patreon if you like us. Thank you so much again for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.